Yo, what's up, y'all? Today we're gonna talk about showcases and mannerisms that you should, practice every time you hit a showcase. It's always important to go out to open mic in your city or out of the city, even if you're not performing, to pass out promotional material, to get a DJ's number, um, just to vibe with other artists that are working in your area. So you got to remember that when you're there for a reason other than performing, and performing is it should be there should be a rubric to your performance as far as you should have videography done, you should have a dance or props for whatever genre of music you're pushing. There's a lot of levels to it. There's always importance. I kind of came at this subject, heavy in detail because I feel like there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, showcases," or however they feel, right now. There's a lot of people promoting. People, add different ways to vibe at their showcase. Like some people have free interviews, free photo shoots. Some people have just performances. You know what I'm saying? Some people have celebrity judges. It's all on your forte and how you feel like you want to vibe out. So I always feel like it's important for you to research your promoter, your local promoter, or your out of state promoter that you're vibing with, and get as much information as possible because it's important, man. It's important to get into these showcases and meeting more and more DJs and promoters. Those are the people that are gonna push your project. They're not artists, you know what I'm saying? Like they're media, you gotta have media in your place, you feel me? You already know. We everywhere. We got quite a few states coming up. I know we're here in South Carolina coming up pretty soon. And last last month we hit a few states. It was it was quite the vibe. June was a power up. We hit six. We hit Memphis, St. Louis, Missouri. Those are all cities that we're in. You know what I'm saying? It was the vibe, yo. I really appreciate all the independent artists that I work with. It's always cool going to showcases. Period. So I always express to go out, bring something that expresses you, and break bread. You gotta find the vibe. So as far as like opportunities, always follow through. If someone says, "Hey, I like your song. Let me get your email." Get their email. Get their contact. Get all that because you know who else is vibing to your music right now? Is anybody else saying that they're liking your music or whatever other promotional things you're doing online? Are you posting links? Are you getting feedback? I think feedback is very important for the artist to look forward to when they go to a showcase. The energy that you give to other people, they finna give it back. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. If you impress somebody and they like your swag, they like how you feeling, they like how you looking, yeah, yeah. So a lot of artists come to these showcases. They come perform. They after the performance, they sit there and they're like, you know what I'm saying? Do I gotta stay for the prize, or can I just leave? You know what I'm saying? That's a question frequently asked at a showcase. Cause I'm sometimes hosting and stuff. I tell the artist, of course, if you leave, you can't get the prize. All the other artists are grinding. I'm here till 3 o'clock. That's just how I feel though. I'm here till 3, 4 o'clock. The DJ is here till 3, 4 o'clock. You think you're just gonna perform, dip, you know what I'm saying? You might have a classic performance, but I've actually had artists come to my show, you know what I'm saying, and perform and dip, and the judges were looking for them like, yo, where'd the dude that won the show? And he's gone. So it's something that you should stick forward to if you grinding. You know what I'm saying? Like how many days of the night do you go out? Is this one night out the week that you can't stay out till 3 or 4 in the morning? Then that's that's not good. That's not good. You're gonna want to have hours dedicated to the game. You're gonna want to be able to take time out to work. And at the showcases, you get a lot of good footage. You gotta get a videographer. You gotta have several videographers on your team in different states. You know what I'm saying? In case the other one can't travel, it's always good to have some. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to have some numbers. You know, and the people that you vibe at the showcase, you gotta get the price on them too. You know, people got good prices in the city. You know what I'm saying? Out of state, they trying to vibe with you. You never know what they're gonna say. In the conversation, they might spend some money with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's out of state money. You know what I'm saying? When you go out of state, you double up. So you really gotta pay attention to all that, man. You gotta invest the time. You gotta go out of state. When you hit it out of state showcase, you gotta stop by a radio station. You gotta speak heavy. You gotta talk. You know what I'm saying? Vibe out to everybody that's working out there, as far as you know what I'm saying, the studios, the producers, whoever else is in the mix in that city or state that they're having your showcase in. That way they're like, oh, I heard so and so earlier on the radio, you know what I'm saying? Or they stopped by and passed out 30 mixtapes, you know what I'm saying? All that. You know, we like to hit the malls when we go out of state. Meet, you know what I'm saying, people that are familiar, or, you know, everybody's at the mall. That's like, without the music, you know, people go out of state, first thing they do is go to the mall. So, you know what I'm saying, like, you got to take advantage of all that. You got to take the context clues to real life and put it in the game, because if you ain't got no real story, if you ain't really doing this, then people are going to see it in your city. They're going to see it on social media. And you know what I'm saying? Everybody plays a part in the game, you know what I'm saying? As soon as you write your first lyric, as soon as you take your first verse, but it's what you do with the time, the hours, you know what I'm saying? I know people that are working, you know what I'm saying? It's all about you. So, if you have any questions, you know what I'm saying? It's really easy for you to hit me up on my contact. I'm doing YouTube Live a lot more. I feel like I could take 15 minutes out the day to talk to everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's the vibe right now. So, I got a showcase coming up July 19th. You know what I'm saying? It's in Atlanta, College Park, kinda, you know what I'm saying? You know, 2 Chainz rep the College Park area pretty heavy. So we on the south side, July 19th. I'm doing free interviews, you know what I'm saying? I like for people to, you know, want to come out for something, you know, that they ain't really just trying to perform, you know, and they get a whole package type deal. I recommend it, definitely. Yeah. As far as other work, I'm probably getting ready for these out-of-state shows. I know next week we got South Carolina. I'll be over there chilling. I'm doing interviews down there. I've interviewed quite a few artists on the road at these showcases. I feel like there's always someone you can meet, someone that's looking to work. Conversation, leads to a lot more than what y'all could be expecting. It's like team building. But other manners on how you go to a showcase. Oh, flash drives. You know, flash drives are always a situation, because if you don't got your flash drive, you need the DJ email, and you DJ got to switch over, you know what I'm saying, go to his email, hit the email, you know what I'm saying, and vibe out like that. You know, with a flash drive, you know what I'm saying, it just pop up right there. He get it, he drag the file to, you know, his whatever program he's using. So sometimes y'all be coming in with CDs, and I be knowing some DJs that be working with y'all, you know. But then I know some DJs that'll charge you at the same time if you're trying to send the email and all that extra stuff, because, you know, you're costing time. And everybody's really heavy on the time aspect of the work that we're in. So you gotta respect the game. If every showcase you go to, they're saying, hey, bring your flash drives, if you got your flash drives and you don't got your flash drive, then you know what I'm saying, you causing extra work for people. People ain't trying to work too much more than the work they're doing right now. So think of more mannerisms. I know we had a pretty good chat already. Probably drinking before you get on stage. If you drink heavily when you're at the crib, that's fine, you know what I'm saying? You're probably loose. But when you're in the club and you're drinking heavily and you're getting on stage next, you don't realize your performance, but the crowd does. I've seen plenty of times. I've done plenty of interviews where drinking and smoking has been, I mean, I wouldn't say a problem, but it's just, it messes up your performance. And you're there to perform, you know what I'm saying? So it makes sense for you to take advantage of the rubric and get graded at your grade A instead of being dumbed down from alcohol and drugs and being put to a position where you're not at A1. Because like I would try to win every showcase that I would go to, you feel me? Like, why not? Why not get the win and then really be able to network with people and make moves in the city? Because some of these prize packs be pretty dope. They be like, yeah, come to Atlanta, turn up, you know, come to the studio, get hours of recording time, photo shoots. You know, you're gonna meet mad people. You know what I'm saying? And then you're in Atlanta, period. So it's easy for you to be able to meet new people. And I'm not just talking about Atlanta. You know, I'm in Atlanta so much that I'll be trying to make moves out of here because you know can't stay local. Yeah, local's all right, but yeah, trying to make something shake. But yeah, I just be working though, yo. Definitely, these shows are important. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I'm gonna hit y'all up a little bit later.